I welcome you all in the first our group session where someone from India is coming to facilitate all of us. And I will take the privilege to introduce her on this UK PMC session. Ritu Sanghvi is a lifestyle entrepreneur and mindfulness practitioner and facilitator. In this life, she has been into meditation for the past 20 years. Ritu has facilitated many meditation sessions with topics like Ananda meditation, magic of meditation, conscious parenting, mindfulness, etc. She values sustainability, abundance, and blissfulness. She says the root of all is Anapanasati meditation. He has facilitated many yoga and meditation sessions in Norway and Dubai, engaging in the shifting of the energy dynamics of the individual through the conscious mind. My dear masters, this wisdom session on enlightened energy is an exciting 6-day immersion into the power of inner energy. And today, she's going to cover the first session, which is the energy systems overview. So now, with my bottom of my heart, I invite Ritu Sanghvi on our UK platform. Over to you, madam.
Thank you so much, Rituji, for this warm introduction. So I remember the dialogue from the movie, Udi, how's the Josh? And that's how we'll start with this energy enlightened session. The idea is basically to identify ourselves as energies. You know, till now, how I introduce myself, I'm Ritu Sanghvi, I'm a middle-aged woman, I have this much kids, blah, blah, blah. Like the way we used to introduce ourselves, you know, that essay, myself essay in the primary school days. So now everyone, I suppose, who are present, I am sure who are attending this session are in the journey to the PhD level. So by the end of this wisdom session, you know, we would end up with writing the similar essay on myself, but from the perspective or identity of an energy being. So does this sound interesting?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, masters, you know, I remember a very interesting incident in my life. I met Patri sir for the first time 20 years back when I was newly married and as a daughter-in-law. My family, because he was the guru of our family, so they took me to meet him. And in that 1 hour duration where I met, all he did, you would be surprised, all he did was to make me look down. He would like bash me. He would ask me a question. I would answer that. And he would say, how stupid of you. You know, he would say, what would you do for your, spiritual things? I said, I'm a girl coming from a Jain family. And I would do, you know, prayers. I would go to do Samaik, which is the introspection. And I follow the books of Lord Mahavira. And he would say, dump him. That was such a shocking word for me to hear the God I had believed into the, I mean, I can speak today. That time I couldn't even speak. That how can I hear also this sentence of dumping Lord Mahavira? And this went on for 1 hour. He would praise my husband, make me look down. And somehow I managed to, you know, control myself, collect myself. And thankfully, after 1 hour, when we were leaving, the moment I sat on my car, tears started to, you know, come on continuously. I was like so triggered, so disturbed inside. And I told my husband, please follow your path. Don't take me into it. You know, naturally, everybody would do. You know, I will not come in your way. You don't come in my way. But my husband, being my soulmate, he, for 3 days, tried to explain me what was the point behind it. you can imagine how the 3 days went. Lot of emotional disturbance, turbulence. And I was like, I don't understand this. How can a spiritual master be so rude? How can he use a word for such an enlightened person in such a way? Does he even know? I mean, spiritual masters, they spread love. How can they spread this thing? And by the end of the third day, I got the point. I got the point that that Lord Mahavira, whom I have thought as my God, who have since my childhood, I have prayed him, I have believed in him. He has shown the biggest level of forgiveness, compassion, empathy of such extreme things happen in his life from outside people. Still in that cave, still in that event, he was so poised, he was calm. And not only Mahavira, similar enlightened energies who have walked in this earth, like Jesus Christ, we all know he was nailed. And the sentence that came out from his mouth was, God, forgive them, they don't know what they are doing. Even to that extreme level of, event of that punishment, of that torture, the word was of out of forgiveness. And we only in the name of dumping them, we get so triggered, upside down. We are not learning what they are teaching us, what their being was. But we are getting excited at how can somebody tell this thing? How are we getting affected with the outside crazy things that are happening to us? So we are fine, we are balanced, but the moment something crazy happens from outside, we are triggered. And this is not what our enlightened energy people have taught us. So, welcome to this session of enlightened energy. Today, day one, as Rituji said, we will focus more on the spiritual anatomy. We all know the physical anatomy. We are body, we have 2 eyes, 2 hands, and we have organs like heart, liver, kidney, so and so. But let's today dive into our energies anatomy, our spiritual anatomy. And for this, let's go further. If anyone will have any questions, want me to slow down or anything, please feel free. So, yes, next slide, please. Thank you, Leelaji, for helping me out with slides. So, can anybody tell in your life, whom do you feel they are the enlightened energies who have walked on this earth? Do you have any names? You believe are the ones who are enlightened energy or who are the enlightened energy?
Yes.
Yes, some one name from every. Come on.
I believe Satya Sai Baba, and yes, I used to exactly do what you did for Mahavir, and same I did for Satya Sai. And but I learned that why he used to say, "You don't need to fight for me. You just spread love. I will take care of my battle myself." So that message understood when I came into the meditation, what it meant, that we should not fight. We get very upset when somebody says something about our gurus or anybody whom we worship. Yes. So enlightened for me, Satya Sai Baba.
Anyone?
Please, you can raise your hand or yeah.
Yeah, speak here, because the more interactive it will be, the more interesting the whole session will become. Okay, but seems anyone else?
Yeah, so as Rituji said, I also believe in gurus, and for me, like Sai Baba, I believe in him a lot. So I would say, I see him as the enlightened soul or enlightened energy. So thank you.
Right, wonderful. So you can see in your enlightened master, the energy of the highest form flowing through them. and also the way they have lifted millions of human, towards the glory of happiness. This is what let's establish the understanding of enlightened energy. There is a very interesting word of energy in Sanskrit which says virya. It comes from the root word called vir, which means zeal, courage, enthusiasm. When Siddhartha, the prince who had to become Buddha, when he started his quest for enlightenment, he told the motto for himself is don't flutter, advance. Because the quest for enlightenment requires tireless strength and courage. As we say, what Sai Baba, what Jesus, what Buddha, they have all gone through a very trial times they did for themselves without disturbing their inner space, their inner energy, without getting triggered. They were the example of highest form of, as I said, patience, forgiveness, compassion, empathy. So this is what enlightened energy brings in us, and every human being has the potential to experience. In fact, that is our goal, ultimate goal. And what life we will achieve that, it depends on us. But this is the ultimate goal of our life, to walk to the potential of the enlightened energy, the highest form of energy flowing through us. So let's now, please, next slide. Yes. So let's dive into this spiritual anatomy. But before that, 3 very interesting facts about human energy system. The human energy is basically interconnected. We are interconnected energy exchanges. Now, why do I say this? All the things that we require in our lives to sustain ourselves is like air, food, water. All we source it from outside, isn't it? So what is the source of energy? Next slide. That these things come to us. This comes to us through this cosmic energy. Every man is part of this Brahman and this universal consciousness. So this cosmic energy we can also call the vital energy. It's a vital force that runs the entire universe. And man is also a reflection of this energy within themselves. So if this is a source of energy that is coming to each and every one, next slide, then still what is very interesting is that each one of us has unique stream of energy. In spite of all of us are receiving this cosmic energy, still the inner light that we reflect is very unique among each one of us. That is why you see the biometrics, which is different for all of us. Our energy aura is very different for all of us. So this 3 interesting facts. One, that we are energy exchanges, and the source of energy is the cosmic energy. Yet we are unique. We have a unique stream of energies. With this, we will enter, with this understanding, we will now enter in the next slide, yes, with what is the anatomy that we are talking about. So let's start with this 5 body consciousness. Let's understand, make it simple by comparing it to the house, right? In a house, we have 5 different rooms. Similarly, in our body, we have 5 different bodies. Each 5 different bodies are the energetic expressions. Like the physical body, we have in our house the physical structure. Vital body. In a house, we have all the wirings that goes for electric connections. There is switchboard to on the light or off the light. There is fuse wherein the electricity will get blocked to pass. Similarly, this vital body of ours have all the system through which the energy flows in the body, blocks in the bodies, and how much quantity, it would flow. All these wirings are done through a vital body. Then we can take mental body as library, where we read books, and so thoughts and all these things influences. Supramental body, where, kitchen, where things are little complex, recipes are little complex, we can make it here and there. So the supramental body wants to do higher complex activities, all the inventions that have taken place so far, the discoveries and all that. And then there is this bliss body. This bliss body is the body which get nourished with feeling oneness, which we can say, compare in our house, our sleeping room, where we rest, where we have our own time. So these are the 5 bodies, which are actually the 5 expressions of our energetic expressions, but in one body. This is the holistic. And each room has function, like each room in the house has functions. Similarly, each body in our human existence has their own function. So physical body is very important to express ourselves, to walk, to go, to speak. So, and vital body is very important so that the energy can flow everywhere, reach everywhere. Mental body, the thoughts, the feelings. Supramental body to do complex, how human have reached the state of even thinking of settling in Mars. And the bliss body, because ultimately the purpose of existence is blissfulness. So they together, they have all the function. But today, our more focus is on the vital body, because they are the key components. There the key components lies where all the wirings, are there. Yes, next slide. So we have chakras, nadis, and granthis. I'm sure all of us have heard this, right? So I'll move ahead with this. So chakras, again, I'm bringing it to the example of house. Chakras are like the electric switch board, where we switch on if we want the electricity to get on. So if we want the energies to flow, how much, when the chakras are responsible for it. Nadis are the wiring systems which are going to every part, each and every corner of the room, where from which the energy flows. And granthis are the blockers, where energy gets blocked. So going to the next slide, seeing the chakras more closely, starting with chakras. Chakras can transform, very important. That's how they are also the level of consciousness in our body. So they can transport, and they are responsible to distribute the vital force to all the part of the body. So what I mean is that if your heart pumps, is because it is receiving a vital energy. If you are breathing, because it is receiving a vital energy. So each an organ of your body is functioning because it is receiving the vital energy, which is decided by these chakras. And then it flows through our nadis, but how much energy, vital force needs to flow is decided by the chakras. And that is transformable. It's not that today it is this. If we work on it, we can improve the energy level of our chakras. So starting to understand chakra further, there are 109 centers, chakra centers in our body. Out of which, this 7 chakra that we have heard of, very common, are the key ones, are the important ones to understand. Starting with the root chakra, which actually when opened, or which represents survival, which is present in the base of our spine, and it represents survival. And if this chakra is blocked, it gives the feeling of threatening in our life. And this control financial independence, money-related things, food, or any issues related to survival. So this is the root chakra. Little above, which is just below our navel point, is the sacral chakra, which represents the emotional balance in our life. And lack of it is, we feel the lack of love in life. So it controls a sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. All these things are controlled by our sacral chakra. That's the psychic reason of what this chakra or the vital force, it receives the energy, the amount of liberation of energy flow is because of either the blockage or the openness of this chakra in relation to what I just explained. For root, survival; for sacral, it's the emotional balance. Now, between these two, root chakra and sacral chakra, lies our Kundalini. Kundalini is the Shakti, is the goddess of luminous, lights, which when awakened actually rises fully up to the crown chakra and opens and blossoms into the lotus. But it generally, in many of us, remains sleeping, dormant, sleeping, turning like a coil, like a snake, and actually its head covers the door of the Sushma Nadi that we'll talk about. But going little above, on our navel, is the solar plexus. Now, this is a very important chakra, which is related to the confidence, willpower in life, the courage. When we meditate more and more, this expands the solar chakra very much. If you see a meditator, his solar chakra is really very, has a very high level for energy, and it is in a very expanding form. It gives a lot of confidence inside. There is a self-esteem, different level of self-worth inside a meditator, and which is the reason is the solar plexus. Now, blockage of this chakra leads to shame and self-doubt. Now, above the solar plexus, every chakra is in the distance of 12 inch. The next is the heart chakra, which is between our chest. So it gives and receives love, compassion, and empathy. And that if that is blocked, this chakra is blocked, then there is difficulty in fully opening up to people, and their life, accommodating them. So so if this chakra is blocked, then people are more not very who will accept people. Acceptance is a problem. So this controls the love, joy, and inner peace in life. 12 inch above that is a throat chakra, which represents the communication of our personal truth. Each one of us has our truth, our own truth. We live life which is conditioned, but when the throat chakra is open, then we are able to speak our truth, live our life with the truth that we have. And if this is blocked, we have trouble finding the words to say how we feel. We are unable to express ourselves. And this chakra controls the communication, self-expression, and truth. Again, 12 inch up, we have this third eye, which is able to see a bigger picture, connect to our intuition. We have visions. And if that third eye we have blocked in that chakra, then the vision and intuitions are uncommon to us. This controls intuition, imagination, and wisdom. Above that is the crown chakra, 12 inch above. That's on the top of our head. This is about the ability to access the higher consciousness, oneness with universal consciousness. If blocked, people have attachments and ego still there. They are unable to come out of their attachments, basically. And what it controls is the inner and the outer beauty. Now, among the 109 chakra centers that we spoke, 108 are inside the body, and one is on the 12th inch above the crown chakra. That is why you see all the kings have their crown, and they have the stone, the crystal stone shining there, which is where our aura can be seen in the photography of, that is the thing. So this is all about understanding what chakra is. There are 109. Main are the 7, what we told, which actually regulates the energy flow. Going to next slide. Yeah, we have the nadis and the granthis. We have 72,000 nadis through which this energy flows in all part of our body. Among this, 3 are main, which is Ida, Pingala, and the Shushma. Here the Ida and Pingala are seen in the wrong place, maybe some photography mistake. So Ida Nadi is in the left side and Pingala is in the right. And in the center of the spine is the Shushma Nadi. So Ida and Pingala, like the universal truth, they are the two polarities, are explained like the feminine and the masculine energies. And the Shushma is the balance Nadi. All the 72,000 nadis actually flow through Ida and Pingala and then distribute. So there is this definite path structure also for the flow of the energy in the body. And the Shushma Nadi is the empty Nadi. It's an empty space. So that's why all the energy which goes through Shushma is very balanced. It has a lot of importance when we talk about enlightened energy. So, and what are these then granthis? So for the Kundalini Shakti to arise and reach to our highest crown level, these are the blockages, the Brahma Granthi, the Vishnu Granthi, and the Rudra Granthi. The Brahma Granthi, starting with the Brahma Granthi, this is about Granthis are knots basically. So these are the psychic knots that we have. If we identify ourselves only to the physical body and mental body, then this is the knot we have to untie for the Shakti, for the Kundalini energy to rise. Till we only are, surrounded by the pleasure of our 5 senses, we are stuck in the Brahma Granthi, are stuck in the knot, till we identify ourselves with the 5 senses only with the physical body and only as a physical mind. But if we go above it, we untie this Granth and the Kundalini rises till the heart chakra where the Vishnu Granth is there. What is this Vishnu Granthi? Vishnu is the operator. Here in the heart, it is placed there. Basically, here people are compassionate, they love, but they cannot leave attachment. There is this possessiveness still there. This is my son. This is my office. This is, there is love, there is compassion, but this my doesn't go. And that's the knot. So we have to also cross that knot for the energy to rise to the Rudra Granth. Now, what is the Rudra Granth? Now, by the time if you have crossed Vishnu Granth, then you actually already have a lot of powers, a lot of siddhis. But what happens is people get attached to these powers, to these siddhis. They don't think that this is a sign that I am in the right track, but they think now I have a lot of powers. I can influence things. I can see the past. I can see the future. And they get limited or stop themselves there. But untying that knot as well, finally going to leaving all these things, all the dependence on each and every knots, the 5 senses, taking off the dependence from the five senses, taking off the defenses from attachment, and also taking off the dependence from the power. Then the Kundalini rises and blossoms into the petals, wherein there is no boundaries, there's only oneness, there's only blissfulness. And the fifth body, what we saw, the bliss body, which is irrespective of what is happening outside. Your inner sense is not getting disturbed. Your inner control is there, your inner peace is there, your inner space is there, which nobody can, disturb. And that's what we were talking about. The great enlightened people who have walked in this earth, who could live to that extent, to that energy level. And this is journey not only for them, this is journey for all of us. So this is what is the spiritual anatomy. We saw the chakras, we saw the nadis, we saw the granthis, and we saw the kundalini. And this is how we have to awake the kundalini. And as I said, the Sanskrit word for energy is vir. It requires tireless courage, to come to that level of, putting our ego aside and rising up to the level of oneness, of able to forgive people, of being compassionate, of being empathy, even to the furthest extent we can think of in our mind. But this is the journey, this is the goal. Of course, in next session, we will talk more interesting things about how do we, achieve that. What is the relationship of energy and human life? We will go to the next level. But today, let's experience these meditation. So, Rituji, should we start with that meditation, Leelaji?
Shall we ask if anybody has question, Rituji, and then we'll go to the mail for just 5 minutes. If anybody wants to ask questions.
Absolutely. I think this is better. Yes.
Please, masters, if anybody has any doubts or wants to ask question on this topic, today's topic, please raise your hand.
You can unmute yourself.
Yes, Sudhirji wants.
Yes.
Sudhirji, 1 minute. We need to unmute you. 1 minute. Leelaji, can you unmute Sudhirji, please?
Also, Ritu,
Yeah.
I can also ask.
Yeah, please. 1 minute. Sudhirji.
You can unmute Sudhirji.
Yes, please.
I didn't understand what is Granthi. Can you explain what is Granthi again?
Yes. So Granthis are like when we took the example of a house, we have fuse in a house which will block the energy to flow, the electrical energy to flow in the room. Similarly, these Granthis are the psychic factors actually in our mind, which stop our energy to flow to more freely, to the highest level. So in our root chakra, we have the Brahma Granthi. Since the Brahma was the creator, we are, as human beings, we are very much associated with our names, with our forms, with the 5 organs, senses of entertainment, be it sight, be it listening to. So all these things sometimes bind us. And it is like a knot, it is like a block for the energy to flow or rise above. Our second psychic obstacle is in the heart chakra, which is Vishnu Granthi. If we work on ourselves and if we untie this knot of, just relating ourselves with this physical attributes or the 5 senses and then rise above, then the second challenge we face is about the attachment. We love people, but then we are more attached to our things. And this again blocks the energy there. So we have to also embrace detachment. And then if we do that, then the energy rises above. And the third place, everything related to that And the third challenge that it faces is the Rudra knots, the Granthi, the Rudra Granthi. And the Rudra Granthi is actually, by then, if you have already reached to your crown chakra or the third eye, you have received a lot of powers. And we have seen many gurus also who have powers, but then they are also in the wrong activities. So, we have to also come out from the ego of having the power and become egoless, become one. We have to leave that also. So these are the blockages for our energy to rise to its fullest form. Did I answer you, Sudhirji? You are in mute.
Yes. Neetaji, yes, you
Hi.
can ask, please. Yeah.
Okay. Very similar, Ritu. Thank you for that. Again, with the Granthis, so if we reach to the Rudra Granthi, which is the egoless state, is that the same as when you said when we're in the crown chakra, where we have egoless as well? So are the three things working interlinked? Like if the nadis are working and the chakras are clear, and then the granthis are clear, so everything becomes oneness. Is that the kind of state we're looking at, where there's no ego?
Yes, you're right.
Uh-huh. So on a kind of a human consciousness, how do you work with the nadis? Because to me, the nadis was for the well-being of health, physical body. So energetically, this also works, is it?
Yes, because many people use these chakras to heal, for healing. So if you heal your chakras, your nadi, your flow of energy through your nadi would be, through these channels, would be more better, I can say.
Okay. So the three things that we talked about they're working interlinkly. So the nadis and the granthis and the chakras all work together. And the goal is oneness, isn't it? With the I-ness and my-ness all cleared, and we become oneness. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then with these 5 bodies that we're talking about is interrelated with the chakras. So the first 3 chakras would be the physical body, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and also solar plexus. So these 3 would associate with the physical body. Then vital body will associate with, again, solar plexus will take, so they are interrelated.
So if you're stuck, like if you got a granthi, say for money, people have a big attachment to money. So would that be then their they're only going up to their maybe physical body, or is it the supramental body where they can only get as far as that, and then through meditation and working, like you say, through introspection, we then find where our blockages are and then move higher.
So, aspiring for money, for what reason, is very important. So aspiring for money in itself is not wrong. In fact, that's a blockage, because in many of our families from the childhood, we have in our mind, you should not be greedy and all that about money and all that. So this is also a block. So if you can, so this is also
like
a block.
in Hindi we say lob granthi, so that's what I'm saying. We can either have attachments and blockages through these things. So what I'm understanding is, in the 5 bodies, we might be stuck in one of those bodies because of these granthis.
So all the 5 bodies are important. It is very important. All of the 5 bodies we have to nourish. Even we have to nourish our physical body, because this is through which we'll be able to express ourselves. Good. You meditate, then you will be able to do something, because if your health is not good, then you see what our situation is mentally as well, because each body affects each other as well. It's not independent, they are interconnected.
Okay.
So, yeah, but the thing is what perspective you have about all this thing. Because many of 2-3 people have taken Sai Baba as their person of enlightenment. So today Sai Baba, that time when he was there, he did so many good things. Money, maybe that time I don't know, but now also, if money is coming to do good things, if you are the source or a channel through which you can spread better things, making humanity, yes, then it is not wrong. But if you're getting affected, oh God, money is not coming, then that's a block to your root chakra. What will happen? That fear should not be there.
But also, Rituji, karma from previous life, you know, there's a lesson to learn, isn't it? So whatever you've come here, you've had that lesson to experience, to rise and go higher.
So, sorry to interrupt. Should we discuss this after meditation, Neetaji? That's okay?
Sorry. Okay.
No problem. Just letting you know. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so definitely we'll get back to this after the meditation. And the purpose of today's meditation is to go within and feel the inner energies that we have. It is a chakra meditation where we'll take our awareness to each chakras that we just discussed. So I will request everyone to sit comfortably. You may just relax, sit very comfortably. You can close your eyes. Allow yourself to rest. Empty your mind. Drop your thoughts. Just take focus to your breath. Each and every muscles loose and relaxed. Take a deep breath fully till your belly and exhale softly. Again, bring your focus to your breath, normal breath. Allow your mind to relax each and every muscles relaxed. Muscles around your eyes relaxed. Just release what is no longer needed. Any thoughts from the past or about the future. Bring yourself to the present moment with focusing on your breath. Now take your awareness below the base of your spine, where you're sitting. Feel the ground, feel the surface, and put all your weight on that ground. Let the center of the energy take away all the worries, all the weights, and you just feel light, grounded. Allow your roots to connect down to the ground below, deep into the earth. Now envision a red light energy surrounding the base of your spine. Very relaxed, very light. Just take your awareness to the spine, bottom, and envision a red light empowering you, embodying you, grounding you. Let your roots take what it needs from the earth. I'm safe. I'm secure. I'm strong. I'm grounded. I'm thriving. All is well in my world. All my needs are always met. Now allow your awareness to move up just below your belly button to your sacral chakra of emotional intelligence, envision a glowing orange light enter the sacral chakra, empowering your sacral chakra. Envision that orange light in your sacral chakra without stress in your mind. Just see that orange color in your belly button. Creative energies flow through me freely. Unconditional joy is my birthright. I invite joy into my life. I enjoy pleasure in all areas of my life. Breathe in the nourishment and life force. Now allow your awareness to move up to the navel, to your solar plexus, which is the representation of your personal power, of your confidence and self-esteem. Envision a yellow light bathing your solar plexus with sunshine and nourishing it. I can have everything I want in life. I value myself. I'm kind to myself and my development. I'm motivated, persistent, and successful. Now allow your awareness to rise up on the center of the chest to your heart chakra of unconditional love, compassion, and connection to everything you encounter. Breathe in the green light of spring, both in your heart chakra I find love everywhere I go. I'm filled with love for others. I choose compassion over judgment. I choose connection over division. I'm aligned to the highest frequency of love. Allow your awareness to rise up to your throat chakra of self-expression and ability to speak your personal truth. Breathe in the blue glowing energy into your throat center. Envision the blue light on your throat chakra. I'm able to calmly and effectively speak my truth. I live an honest, authentic, wholehearted life. My voice matters. I express myself clearly and openly. I add value to every conversation. I'm an attentive listener. It's safe to express my needs. Allow your awareness to rise up to the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows, to the third eye chakra of wisdom and intuition. Breathe in the indigo velvety color and bath your third eye chakra, bringing clarity, insights, and understanding. Envision the indigo velvety light in the center of both your eyebrows. I listen to my inner voice in the face of uncertainty. I release doubt and welcome faith. I honor my inner knowing and trust my path. I surrender to the highest good of all. I surrender control and allow the universe's loving presence guide me. I'm a divine being. I can manifest my vision. I trust my highest good is unfolding. Now allow your awareness to rise to the top of your head, to your crown chakra of oneness. The self is no longer ruled by ego. Emotions like gratitude, compassion, acceptance become our true self. It's the highest state of consciousness. Expand your energy to the cosmic consciousness. Cross all the borders. There is no borders. You're one with this universe. Enjoy this expansion. Enjoy being with the source energy. Breathe in the white light all around you. I'm one with the universe or my source. I surrender to the higher energies and allow the divinity to express through me. I learn through my experience. I'm able to see big picture. I'm transcending my perceived limitations. I'm open to divine guidance. Actually, I does not exist. It's only me. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Enjoy this inner space within you, your inner energy. Your mind is fully empty, just the awareness of your breath. Feel your inner space. Collect your inner energy with focus and direct this energy to your belly and store it there. Or wherever you may need it. As and when you are ready, you may open your eyes slowly, still being in your aura space.